Hello everybody, Wannabe Reviewer here, and welcome back not only to my channel, but to my first review of 2020. But I'll admit there was other things I wanted to review first when I saw that one of my favorite shows from last year, Infinity Train, got a second season seemingly out of nowhere. I knew that I had to hop aboard and do a review of the show as soon as possible. So therefore, as usual, join me as I discuss what happens in the show, the good, the bad, and overall, whether I think the show is worth watching. Before all that though, as always, I want to know what you guys think about all this. Whether it be during or after my review, leave a comment in the comment section below, telling me whether you love the show, hate it, or something else entirely. And oh yeah, one last thing, if you guys can subscribe, I do really want to reach 1,000 subscribers, that elusive golden number. So if you guys can subscribe, I would of course appreciate that as well. With that being said, let's dive right in. Now, for those of you who watched Infinity Train Season 1, you might remember that the protagonist of the season was Tulip, a 12-year-old girl who not only tried to run away from home, but was also running away from her feelings regarding her parents' divorce. Of course, while she's on the Infinity Train, she has all sorts of adventures, the Corgi Kingdom, that kingdom that looked like it was a weird, playground or whatever. She learns about herself, she befriends people, all that good stuff. However, something of note is that in one episode, she visits a car called the Chrome Car, that while she's there, she actually runs into her mirror self from the mirror world, and at the end of the episode, she frees her reflection so that her reflection can be her own person and live her own life. Now, interestingly enough, in Season 2, we follow this Mirror Tulip, aka MT, who, for the first time, she's trying to figure out who she is now that she doesn't have to be Tulip's reflection. And yeah, so our main star is MT, and rocking a new look, she teams up with a teenage boy named Jesse, as well as this silent deer with a bunch of powers named Alan Drakula, to, hopefully evade the enforcers that want to force her back into the mirror world, get Jesse off the train, and, hopefully if she can, figure out who she is and whether she also can find her way off the Infinity Train. So that's basically the premise for Season 2. We focus on these three characters. And when it comes to the good, I would say that everything I said about the first season, it still stands true. I think the characters are still really good. Each of them is interesting in their own way, With Mirror Tulip, I think it's very interesting seeing how we have this character that's really dealing with being like her own independent person for the first time. And she's trying to deal with what she's going to do now that, she's finally free of the mirror world and she just wants to be her own self. That's really interesting. When it comes to Jesse, he's a really sweet kid, and he's always really enthusiastic and wants to help. But when you do learn about why he's on the train, I thought that was really interesting. There is a little bit of a darker thing to him that he has to fix. And when it comes to Alan Drakula, he's just this deer that just runs around with different powers, doing whatever he wants, and he's just a really fun, comic relief character, So when it comes to characters, same as last season, very interesting characters in their own way, pretty deep, deeper than you think they're going to be. So characters, thumbs up. When it comes to art and music and all that stuff, show continues to be phenomenal. I love how every single card has its own theme, Every card is basically its own world with its own lore going on. I think that's really fun. When it comes to the music, I think the music's great. It continues to have that, synth aesthetic, if you think of, the intro to Stranger Things, it's very synth. It's something like that, It's a very catchy bit of music, and I really like it. So, 2 big thumbs up there. When it comes to the story, I don't know if I would say it's better than Season 1, but it does definitely go in a different direction, if that makes sense. Because, the first season was pretty straightforward. It was, Tulip's on a train, she's having issues, her 2 companions help her, open up and deal with her issues, and at the end of the season, she gets off the train. Here, it's a little bit more complex because we're dealing with this entity that used to be Tulip's reflection, and she's dealing with problems with self-identity. So that's the thing. And like I said, even though Jesse seems very friendly, and he's very much a person that wants to help, he kind of has some darker stuff going on that he doesn't want to admit. So that's quite interesting to get into. And yeah, just the story too. I like that they actually build off of season 1, so you actually kind of see how some people that were on the train before Tulip boarded in season 1, now that Tulip's kind of come through, and basically what I'm trying to say is that Tulip's adventure from season 1 has affected the Infinity Train, and it kind of has messed up the status quo. So seeing how some characters that know about her adventures, and some people that were even on the train before her, seeing how they react to what she's done to the place and everything, it's really interesting. I like how they did that, where they build off of it so that people do reference what happened to the train and what they believe in and stuff. That was really interesting. I really like that. So story, once again, I give it a thumbs up. And so yeah, like I said, basically everything good I said about the first season still stands true. I think the show continues to be really creative, full of really interesting characters and stories and emotional beats and good music and art, all that good stuff. When it comes to any negatives, I guess the only negative I really have is that I'm not really sure where they can go next, because for the third season, they once again focus on a new character, going through their issues again and opening up and that sort of thing. I mean, it is going to get a little bit formulaic, I think. So, I don't know. I mean, I just really hope they do something really different for season 3. Because if it's once again, just the character finding friends and opening up, not that it's bad, because there's so much different worlds and ideas you can use in this world. I wouldn't say it's bad, but it would be a little unoriginal at this point. So I'm just not really sure what they can do for season 3. I'm not really sure. So I do wonder what they can do to keep the show interesting. I would say that's probably my only negative, But yeah, with that being said, guys, I think Infinity Train is a great show. Really enjoyed the first season. Really enjoyed the second season. And I definitely recommend it, I think if you're looking for a good short cartoon, I mean, it's 10 episodes. Each episode is only 11 minutes, so it's a very quick watch. So if you just want a quick watch of a show that, has great music, great animation, interesting characters, great voice acting, that sort of thing, then I think you'll enjoy the show. And if you watch season 1, I'm sure you'll love season 2. Like I said, definitely builds upon it, that sort of thing. So yeah, when it comes to Infinity Train season 2, I had a ton of fun with it. I give it 2 big thumbs up, and I recommend it, so there you go. But hey, that's just my opinion. And remember, at the end of the day, don't take anything I say too seriously. After all, I'm just the Wannabe Reviewer. Thanks for watching.